It's a crisp winter morning in 1903. You're on your way to go see a public execution in New York. What you weren't expecting was the absolute brutality that would be inflicted during it. Heyo, and welcome to another episode of the Darkives. I'm Jamie talking to Leo.
And I'm Leo listening to Jamie.
And this week, we are going to be discussing Topsy and a piggy.
Topsy and a piggy?
Yep. Does that name do anything for you?
Nope.
Beautiful.
I know nothing about this.
Well,
I thought you were going to say Topsy and Turvy.
no. No, this is going to be two different stories with one theme.
Okay. I'm guessing executions by that intro.
Yeah. The introductions do kind of spoil a bit, but it's fine. It gets you intrigued. Hooks ya. All right. We are starting in 1875. Topsy was forcibly taken from her home and her family in Southeast Asia when she was just a baby. From there, she was forced to travel across both land and sea to Hamburg, Germany, where she was given to a man named Karl Hagenbeck. Karl was the world's most leading person for dealing and trading living beings, and this was to be Topsy's fate. Hagenbeck sold Topsy to another man named Adam Forepaugh from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Forepaugh was a horse trader and a circus owner. His circus was called Forepaugh Circus, and Topsy was just what he wanted.
Are we going to get some background on Topsy? I feel like we just ran right into this story. Who is Topsy? How old is she? What's she about? Did she have any dreams?
Well, we don't really know how old she is at this point, but you know, she's been ripped away from her home, and now she is going to be put on display to perform in this circus.
Okay, and was his name Four Paws, as in like 4 feet of a dog?
Forepaugh, like 4 with a golf ball, and paw as in P-A-U-G-H.
Forbagoo.
Gabagoo.
Gabagoo over
here.
here. Yeah.
Oh, Sopranos. All right, so Topsy is now being put on to perform in this circus. She was actually named after a slave girl from the book Uncle Tom's Cabin. Kind of gives you a hint at the life she will have. Now, Topsy never got to experience the kind of upbringing she was supposed to. From the time of her arrival at the circus, she was forced to perform and travel all over the United States. When she was fully grown, Topsy was 10 feet tall.
Jesus Christ.
Or 3 meters, 20 feet long, or 6.1 meters.
Wait a minute.
And
what the fuck is Topsy? I thought this was a giant woman at first, but this is not right.
And
wait, 12 feet tall?
10 feet tall, 20 feet long. And she weighed somewhere between 3.6 and 5.4 metric tons.
Topsy's an elephant.
Topsy is indeed an elephant.
Well, now I know why I didn't get a backstory on her. I was like, man, this person just started existing. I thought this was a... You said he was selling people. You tricked me.
I said living beings.
Oh, you're tricky.
I'm tricky. Yes, Karl Hagenbeck was the world's most leading animal trader.
Okay. So the question still stands. How old is Topsy? Does she have any dreams?
Well, she certainly didn't dream of being forced to perform in the circus. And, again, age is unclear to me. Now, Forepaugh, who was in competition with P.T. Barnum at this time, originally tried to tout Topsy as the first elephant born in the U.S., but Hagenbeck, the man who sold Topsy, also sold to P.T. Barnum and tipped him off about this lie. So that's why Forepaw wanted a baby elephant. That is why Topsy was removed from her family as a little fucking baby.
I'm just over here reeling in my head. We're about to get an execution of an elephant.
I might cry. I think that's okay. We'll all be okay if I do that. Yeah, it's the worst shit I've ever done this episode.
Worse than 731. That was brutal.
The 731 was brutal, but there's something to me about animals. Like, I don't know, man. She didn't ask for this.
Animals are innocent. People can be innocent, but I mean, we are a beautiful mess, aren't we?
We sure are. Now, immediately after saying she's an innocent creature, Topsy gained somewhat of a reputation for being a bad elephant. But I mean, come on, look what she was subjected to, you know? In 1902, though, two events would seal her reputation and her fate. May 27th, a man named James F. Blount wandered into the menagerie tent where Topsy and the other elephants were being housed. For whatever fucking reason, he began to tease her. I read a few different stories from a few different sources, but he potentially was trying to feed the elephants whiskey. No clue why he was doing this, but what is known is that he was teasing her and threw a lit cigarette into her mouth.
Yeah, your basic animal cruelty baloney.
Yeah, he was just being a fucking dick.
Yeah. And I'm pulling all this knowledge out from just random hearsay knowledge throughout my life, but elephants remember, right?
Elephants remember. And another thing, elephants cannot spit things out of their mouth.
It's like a dog. They can't spit things out. It only goes one way.
Yeah. So that cigarette burnt her. Now, Topsy, being the rebellious gal that she was, didn't appreciate this. And she showed this by killing the man. She threw him on the ground and then crushed him to death.
I mean, mess with an animal that much larger than you, what do you expect to happen? Just saying.
Mm-hmm. They're wild animals. Like, we cannot fucking expect them to be perfect. Like the woman who got her face mauled by the monkey. Or I believe it was a man who climbed into the orca tank at SeaWorld and the orcas drowned him. Like...
Yeah, people owning tigers and getting attacked.
Yeah.
Humans just got this weird thing where we've been top of the food chain so long that we have no survival instinct anymore. We just assume everything's going to work out. So people put themselves in really stupid situations.
Yeah, and I mean, don't get me wrong. My secret toxic trait is that I think I'm a Disney princess and every animal will sense my kind and pure intentions and not kill me. But I'm never gonna test that theory. I'm not. I can imagine it, but you won't catch me going up to a fucking buffalo in Yellowstone. You know what I mean? So, Topsy killed him. The next month, another man named Louis Dondero also started harassing her, and she again threw him. She did not kill him though. So, Topsy never meant to kill, only maim or seriously injure.
Can't believe we just dobbied Topsy.
We're having fun here. All right. Now, because of these two incidents, the circus decided that they needed to sell her. So, she was then handed over to Luna Park on Coney Island in New York. Her new handler here was a man named William Alt, and he was a drunk who just simply couldn't handle her. In one incident, he stabbed her with a pitchfork and then let her loose where she ran into the streets. Not her fault.
I mean, leave wild animals alone. That's all I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Leave wild animals alone.
Well, that's, they're trying to do it now. They're trying to have circuses be banned from having live animals in them now. Only took for fucking ever, but progress is progress, I guess. Also worth noting here that Alt had been previously arrested for animal cruelty already. So not a good man in my opinion.
Yeah. Glad he was able to buy an elephant.
Well, he was just her handler here. Doesn't matter though, because he was fired after this incident. Unfortunately, it was also decided that no one could handle Topsy, so she had to be put to death. We're going to kind of take a sidebar here and get into some weird territory, but at the time, Nikola Tesla and Thomas Edison were in something called the War of the Current. This was just a battle to see who, between the men, could figure out alternating and direct currents for electricity.
Tesla was actually on the right path on that one.
Was he? I honestly, I don't know too much about this, if I'm being totally transparent.
I wish I'm kind of talking on my ass, but I'm pretty sure Edison had patents out on direct current, which didn't change voltage easily. So it wasn't good for powering major power grids. It's more like a car battery.
Oh, okay.
You know, like
Yeah.
that's direct current. It's like a battery in a car.
Okay.
But things that need different voltages, alternating current is better because it can quickly change different voltages.
Okay.
But Edison had a bunch of patents out on direct current, so basically did like a smear campaign against alternating current, even though at the time it's the superior one for like a major power grid. But yeah, that was basically the Edison and Tesla thing. Edison was just a dick and fucking wanted to make money and discredited Tesla wherever he could. Like,
Well,
it was, yeah.
I think that leads us perfectly into my next few points here. Edison was out to prove that alternating currents were too deadly, right, to use in the home and stuff. It was the smear campaign. That's absolutely perfect what you said. Now, in order to prove that alternating currents were bad, he started working with an electrical engineer to perform public execution deaths of dogs. Just a dick. Why'd you do that? January 4th of 1903, Topsy, in front of a crowd, was fed carrots that were laced with 460 grains of potassium cyanide. I'm gonna warn you guys, they kill this poor baby 3 different fucking ways, so buckle up, I am so sorry. They gave her poison carrots. They then attached copper-lined shoes to her feet to ensure the electricity would course through her body and electrocuted her with 6,600 volts of electricity. After these 2 horrifying events, she was then hanged from the neck with the help of a steam-powered winch for 10 minutes.
She was still alive after the electrocution?
Nope.
They just did it for show?
They just fucking did it. They just desecrated her even further.
Was Edison there for this one?
He was not, sorry, I'm like trying not to cry right now. Edison was not physically there for this, but the Edison Film Company was there to record this entire event.
Yeah, so I would think you'd use it against Tesla.
Yes. Topsy was declared dead at 2:47 p.m.
Brutal.
I'm so sorry. I'm trying really hard not to cry. That is so inhumane. I can't even fathom it. I can't. Okay.
Just another example of how people suck. And what power will do to people.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that. Any excuse to exploit some power. You can do this to an animal, so you will. You can do this to exploit somebody else's patent versus yours, so you will.
Okay. According to the book, Topsy, The Startling Story of the Crooked-Tailed Elephant, P.T. Barnum, and the American Wizard Thomas Edison, by Michael Daly, they, after her death, performed an autopsy on her and desecrated her body. I don't know how else to say it. Part of her hide was used as a chair cover. 2 of her legs were turned into umbrella holders, and her head was buried in an unmarked grave behind some horse stables.
I've got nothing to say.
I'm not laughing because it's funny. I'm laughing because what the absolute fuck?
Yeah, that's muffed up.
Yeah. As I mentioned, her death was filmed by the Edison Film Company, and it is available to watch online. I did not and will not watch it, though.
Yeah, I think I can skip that one, too.
Yes. Since her death, books have been written, memorials have been erected, but nothing can make up for the horror that this beautiful and emotionally intelligent creature had to endure. Elephants are so fucking smart. They feel, they are so very aware, you know?
I don't, but I believe.
Okay.
I know they're smart animals. I know they like I said, I've heard they have really good memories. They can recognize people.
Yeah, when like a matriarch dies, the herd, even after she is gone, will go back to the spot that she died to like mourn her. They are extremely emotionally intelligent animals. I actually got the idea to do this from an episode of Bob's Burgers.
What?
Yeah. They do two of the kids from Bob's Burgers. Have you ever seen that show?
Yeah, I've seen. Yeah, Tina's Twerk. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
so Luis and Gene. Oh my god, I forgot his name. Luis and Gene do kind of like a science musical almost. And they did one about Edison and Topsy. And the main thing that is like sticks out to me is they'll say, "Aw, Topsy at my Topsy." Oh, Topsy.
Well, if you can't laugh, what are you gonna do, right?
Exactly. Okay. Next story. We are going back in time, and we are going to discuss a pig who was put on trial.
A pig on trial? Did they dress him in clothes?
My god, yes, they did.
Yeah, we covered this, didn't we?
No.
We didn't cover this already?
No.
Where did I hear about this one?
I have no clue.
I know they used to dress pigs up to give them trials.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, it's been done a couple times.
We will get into it at the end, yeah. So, for more reasons than we can count, the Middle Ages were a wild time. One reason in particular is that animals back then were held almost equally in terms of crime to humans due to the belief that animals could sin and feel guilt because of, divine law and such.
It's funny how that's the way people viewed animals back in the Middle Ages, and then you fast forward to early 1900s, and they're electrocuting and hanging them with a gut full of cyanide.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, how times change.
Oh, well, we're gonna have a little conversation.
Not always for the better.
We will have a conversation at the end. Animals could be put on trial for crimes like damage to crops or property, or being an accomplice to bestiality. Punishments ranged from exile to being burned, buried alive, or even execution. January 9th, 1386, in Falaise, France, one pig was put on trial for murder.
And he looked damn good doing it.
This pig had attacked a 3-month-old baby in its crib, bit and tore at its face, and the baby later succumbed to their injuries. Rather than just recognizing that this was a wild animal doing what animals do, the pig was arrested and immediately taken to prison.
Yeah, maybe parents don't let your baby that close to a pig.
I'm not victim blaming in 1386, but...
I mean, there was a pig farm up in Canada that was pretty famous for people going missing with the pigs.
Willie Picton. We've talked about this before, and I could not remember his name. I know his name now.
I just know he got stabbed in prison.
Well, take that. Sucker ass.
We didn't cover that story, did we?
No.
It's
very recent and it's true crime.
It was like 70s?
90s?
Oh, that recent?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. The piggy was put on trial where she was ultimately found guilty of the murder. Her punishment was to be matching injuries to what the baby had suffered, and then a public hanging.
So what, they're gonna eat her face?
Well, they didn't eat it, but they mutilated it. They lacerated her face and then mangled and maimed her forelegs.
Eye for an eye, I guess.
That was the exact reasoning behind this. Yeah, that exact quote.
That's what it sounds like.
Yep. The piggy was dressed in human clothes, specifically a waistcoat, gloves, and a pair of pants.
At least they had some, they let her go with some dignity.
You're not going to be mutilated and hung naked.
Yeah, if we're going to do fucked up shit to you, at least you're going to look good doing it.
It's the only thing I can hope for, you know? She was then brought to the town center, where she was publicly executed. It is said that other farmers even brought their own pigs to the execution.
So they'd know not to do it?
So they could see what would happen to them if they misbehaved.
Step out of line, pig. This could be you. What a fucked up, simpler time, right?
God.
I mean, I understand the logic behind it. It's fucked up and excessive. But I mean, I get it.
Yeah.
You ate my baby's face. I'm too stupid of a human to know better. So this animal must die. I'm gonna fuck your face up too.
And then dress you real smartly and hang you in the town square.
Because you're smart enough to know that you did that on purpose.
Yep. Bless them.
That's not a simple animal. That's a murderer.
It was that piggy. I know it was.
She's a killer.
Get her.
And she'll kill again.
The pig's sitting there dressed up all fancy. And I'll fucking do it again.
Murder. Murder. I'll do it again.
Oh my God, you're quoting the Goofy thing.
Yeah, the Goofy. Yeah, Goofy
okay.
kills. Yeah.
This was not the first, nor the last time a pig would be put on trial. Many pigs throughout this time period would be put on trial, all facing various sentences, or if they were lucky, an acquittal. All sorts of livestock, pets, and even bugs like locusts were subjected to sometimes long and drawn-out trials, and in some cases they even performed exorcisms on these animals.
Yeah, and if they were acquitted, they got to keep their outfits. That's actually the lore behind how Jiminy Cricket has his top hat and his vest. That he was acquitted.
Shut the fuck up. Are you pulling that out of your ass?
Yeah, I just made that up.
Oh, fuck you. Don't lie to me. I'll believe you. These trials were likely just to show people that the law was upheld and that order and morality were restored within various European communities. Luckily, animal trials were mostly phased out around the time of the Enlightenment, though. Now, these stories bring up a question for me, and one that you asked earlier as well. What have we learned? You know, one story takes place in 1386, the other took place in 1903, and they resulted in the same outcome. An animal being brutalized and put to death in the public under the guise of justice.
I'd like to say as a whole, I think people have learned to have respect. Goodness, I hope so. But also, at the same token, a lot of people haven't learned shit because we still have sport hunters out there. I know it's heavily frowned upon nowadays and everything, but it still exists. Trophy hunting and stuff like that. It's just, you know, if you're not doing it to provide, then why do it? Mm-hmm. But, yeah, I mean, I say, you know, nature stays with nature for the most part. But, you know, if animals are cool enough, man, put them in clothes. If I've learned anything over the years, animals look cute in clothes.
Yeah, they do.
They look good in clothes.
They sure fucking do.
A horse with a nice paperboy cap on. Sick.
A bee with a top hat.
A dog with a vest.
Ooh. A fox with a tutu. 600 years between the two stories, and both today are seen as cruel and inhumane. I mean, hopefully us as a people have evolved far from that type of thinking or action. But, you know, what do we do today that people in 150 years will look back and think was just absolutely bananas?
I'm just going to say it. Situations dictate things.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, in society, this is horrible.
Yes.
I could never imagine doing anything like that as a modern human. You throw me on an island and a boar takes out my dog that I love. Mm-hmm. I'm going to kill that boar with a vengeance. It killed something I loved.
I mean, I'd probably John Wick for my dog.
Yeah. So, I mean, situation.
there was an episode, how many weeks ago, where Tara made a quick brief appearance?
I don't know. That was a little bit ago.
It was a little bit ago. Well, I'll share with you guys because you guys are my friends. My dog beat cancer.
Yeah, she had cancer. She had a 2-pound mass attached to her liver.
Yep.
And she was in here right before she went into surgery.
Yep, because that's my baby. That's my girl. I was keeping her close. And she is an old little bitty. My 12-year-old dog beat cancer. I just want to celebrate that with you guys because I'm celebrating it with everybody that I know. And we're close. We're friends, right, guys?
Yeah. And I mean, she's like she's what, like a 40-pound dog?
Yeah, 40, 45 pounds when she's healthy.
Yeah. So she lost some weight and everything with the cancer, but that 2-pound mass that they pulled out of her was the size of a cantaloupe. Yeah. I saw a picture of it.
I was going to say, I showed you the picture, didn't I?
Yeah, it was gnarly. It was big.
Yeah.
But yeah, she got a whole cantaloupe pulled out of her. She's a tough old bird.
I love my girl.
And she just walks around now like nothing happened.
Yeah, she's my baby.
Yeah, she just left the studio right before we started recording, and
she's hanging out right outside the door. I've heard her getting up and getting down.
Yeah, she's chilling.
But with that good animal news, I think we'll wrap this one up here. You guys can follow us on Instagram or send us an email, both of which are linked in the show notes below.
You can also check out our website where you can contact us on there. You can also buy something to support the show or read one of our blogs if I have time to put up a blog. I didn't do one for the last episode yet, but I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out juggling full-time work, podcasting, and blogging.
Fantastic. Thank you for being here today, and we will see you next week for another episode of the Darkives.
See you guys next week.
Goodbye. Do you think it's going to pick up the fact that I cried?
Oh, maybe. That was a tough episode.
I hated that. I hated it.
Like, next week, feel free to do something a little more lighthearted. Kind of like when Formosus got strangled to death.
Weird medicine. Yeah, I can do that.
You know?
I'll pick something fun.